Hi guys, how you doing? Adekunle Adewunmi is my name, and I'm here this morning with one of the big guns in the real estate industry, Lagos, Nigeria. This man, if you hear his story, you can resonate with it because this is someone that started as a volunteer and rose up to become the CEO of a real estate company here in Nigeria. And this is Property Insider, where I'll be showing you, the inside view of properties, kind of exclusive content that you don't see elsewhere. And I'm here with the CEO of Pertinence Properties, Mr. Jeffrey Itepu. You're welcome here, sir.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be on the show.
I'm so glad to have you here, sir. It's a real honor for you to, ascend to my call, and here we are.
I should say thank you to you for giving me the opportunity to be on the show.
Yeah.
At least I will blow small.
Oh, okay. So that we don't waste your time now. So, who is Jeffrey?
Okay. So Jeffrey is basically an aspiring young entrepreneur in Nigeria, and someone that is really focused on growth. And when we talk about growth, it's in two categories. So the growth of people and the growth of businesses, and that's what I've been doing for a long time, from my university days to when I came out to start professionally. So Jeffrey is somebody that is focused on growth. So individual growth, personally first, then people around, then also growing enterprises, growing businesses. So that's basically who Jeffrey is. And Jeffrey is a Christian, and he's a proud one at that, and that's
beautiful. Talking about leadership, Mr. Jeffrey, how has it been leading Pertinence Properties? It's a big company in here in Lagos, and you guys are really doing a lot. How has it been leading?
Leadership has its own interesting parts, ups and downs, and but it's been interesting and it's been a learning curve for me, because I came into leadership as a young person with not so much of experience, so having to have the responsibility, sleeping, and having to think about over 20,000 customers, having to think about over 10,000 partners, having to think about over 100 staff. There's a way that's it's like a burden.
Yeah.
It's a burden because you need to ensure that targets are met.
Yeah.
You also need to ensure that you are also a human being in that process, ensuring that the people are happy, the people are motivated, the people are cared for.
Exactly.
And we are not just focusing on, this is a target I want to achieve. So leadership has been it's been a learning curve. I know that you cannot graduate entirely, but you keep progressing. But it's been an interesting one for me, but basically a learning journey for me.
So how do you measure progress? Is it in terms of what comes into the company, or how your staff are doing well, or because if you are just taking a look at the target you want to make, like when I was coming, I saw, was it 50 billion
Yeah, 50
for 2022?
Yeah.
So how do you measure results?
Okay, so one of the philosophy that we operate here is we measure what counts, what matters the most. So our targets are divided into different categories. So primarily we have the financial target for the year. By the time we are focusing on our annual target, for instance, we have the 50B. So we check our progress continuously. At this month we're able to do X amount. This is how far we are from our target. So that is like the primary focus. Then the other part is also, if our company is a company of enterprise development and people empowerment, we also want to see how many people have been empowered through our system. So how many businesses have actually sprung up. How many people are able to earn income that huge, like any income of $1 million. So we're able to check that and be able to monitor progress. And another thing also, which is like not external, is like intrinsic, is how excited are people coming around the brand. So you see staff coming to the office. It's not a place whereby the staff will come to the office and everybody will fold their hands and be looking, and when the boss is coming, everybody is running up and down. So it's an environment whereby people are free. They're able to give their ideas. They are able to smile, say hi. So as much as we are chasing those financial targets, which has its own way of bringing out a lot of pressure on a lot of people, but that we also are subconscious of. So we rate success for us first the target they have for the year, and also the vision of the organization. How far are we from the vision, or how much progress are we making towards the vision? Then finally is the people. So like we have like a three will I use a three measurement scale to be sure that we're actually making progress.
Yeah, making progress. Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. So let's leave the business aspect for a while. We'll come back.
Okay.
Now, not everybody had read about your story. How you moved from being a volunteer for the company when you were earning little to nothing, and you're able to grow to become the CEO of Pertinence Properties. What are the things that people are not seeing? People can easily say, this boy, this man, he has so much grace, he's so lucky. What were the things that happened within those periods, you understand, from a volunteer to becoming the CEO?
I think one of our founders yesterday during the devotion in the company was mentioning that if God reveals every single thing that will happen to us and tells us that, oh, my son, this and this, where you are going to, this and this and this will happen to us, that most of us will run away. So, and those periods, those moments, some people just look at me and say, oh, this guy, you're lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky. This guy, you have Godfather. Yes, I have Godfather. God the Father. This guy, people can have different assumptions or different narratives. But during those moments of trying, people do not see those stuff. So things that are actually beyond, first and foremost, non-negotiable is God. His grace, and that I can't even explain it. It's like the primary one for me, and throughout those period, God was the one that really sustained, because I was not earning in quotes. I was getting 5,000 naira monthly as stipend. TIFE money, and it was not even enough for TIFE. You get living in Ogun State and working in Lagos, every single day, and you have to do that. So it was not. The summary of everything that is not seen is that part of God, because every other thing is tied to it. So one of the things that God made me to understand during that period is that your story is one that the world will hear about. That you have to sit in front of thousands of people, young persons, and share the story. And the story should be something that gives hope and encouragement to the next generation, to the next people, for them to be able to continue in their journey, even though they've not seen the end. So I have my those hidden things are like they were a responsibility. So the question was that if I was facing a certain challenge, how I'm now sitting. So in the midst of the challenge, God is painting a picture of me sitting in front of 1,000 people, young people that are trying to give up. And that's okay. This challenge, what story do you want to let them know? So I am challenged in my challenge to say, oh, so in a certain day I was just crying, I was trekking, because I used to trek.
I want to hear about that, because many people are quick to quickly say this success, it is God, it is God. People are tired of hearing it is God. Yes, we know that it is God. But what were those things, those ingredients, those cries, those midnight cries and strives that were into it?
So yeah, saying yeah, it is God. God will take you through everything is actually God.
Different parts.
God will take you through a process.
Yeah.
And that process is also to test your capacity to handle the
Certain
glory
things.
when it comes.
Yeah.
And so God just put us. So part of the test that he took me through was being faithful first with the salary that I was being getting. And you know, some of us, one of the things that we try to do is that we try to give our effort in proportion to the salary that we get, or to the amount that we're being paid. It's a wrong. You need to. It's a in work you are training for your own. He that is faithful in little, much more will be committed unto them. So there was a month that I got the 5,000 naira, and you know I was feeling guilty. Now the reason why I was feeling guilty was because I knew that month I didn't give my best. As in, the only reason why I took that money was because I know I have choice. But I knew in my knowing that this month, no, I didn't give my best. I didn't give my best this month.
Wow.
Because I know that the company we need to make money, we need to do a lot of stuff. I knew that my activities were not productive for that month. But my boss, as Yekini Olalekon, was so gracious to be able to still give me that. As in, I felt I was guilty. So those little stuff, understand, appreciation. You understand? And having, you know, trekking and not because there were opportunities for me to get some small money. They'll send you to go and buy something, there's change, you know, all those kind of stuff. And you know, nobody we ask you understand, just keep a little bit just to be able to enter bus. So entering bus is not a bad thing. You understand? God wants us to be okay, but you want to take something that was not given to you, which is stealing. So in the midst of that, don't be able to be boxed in trying to be faithful, trying to be faithful to work, irrespective of what you are getting, trying to be faithful not to take what was not given to you. So on certain days I was trekking because I had to trek many times. So I was trekking on that day, and you know, I was just crying. I was tired. I said, no, I'm tired. And you know, I used to carry my bag, my HP 2000 computer used to be inside that, but a very large one. And you know, I was just like, I was on Iju Road, and I was just tired because in that moment too, I was not raised to beg. So, and you know, I was shy. I was just gonna tell that bros, please. I was not, you know, even from school, my mentality was to work to actually end. So they were tempted. I would just look at somebody on the road, and you know, I would just feel like, oh, I should ask them, but shame, you know, couldn't help me. So I was trekking that day, and you know, I was just kind of, I was tired. Then I saw a Redeemed Church on the road, Iju Road, and you know, I entered church. It was on a Tuesday. I can remember that day, like I remember it right now as I'm speaking. And you know, I entered the church, and I saw that they were doing digging deep. And the pastor was digging my life. So, and the guy was just preaching. I just strode in, and the reason why I entered was for one reason. I wanted to just rest. I needed a place that was comfortable. I've been walking, so I just needed to sit down and you know, just so I saw the church, you know, they have AC and all those stuff. So I just wanted to see that a little bit before I continued my journey. And you know, I entered, and the guy was preaching. I can't even remember who the person is right now, but he was preaching about So after the session, I just went to the altar. I knelt down and I cried. And I prayed that God, you said a lot of things. What's going on?
What's up?
And you know, those convictions came again that you're going to be in front of thousands of persons. What are you going to say? As in, this, your response in this situation is critical, because they are going. So if my response was giving up, if my response was to look for a shortcut out, that yes, I cannot be fit to be able to talk to those people, and those people will not be able to find a certain direction, because you are not alone. You are tied to
so many people,
so many persons,
so many destinies.
So I had to just carry my bag, clean my tears, and
continue your trek.
Continue my trekking. So those hidden things, they are not very well. God just use it, and you will not appreciate them during the journey. It's tedious, as in it's tedious. But I just see that those things play out. For instance, now being CEO, I'm not tied to the title, to the position. I don't, if you go around, you see my guys, I talk to them, greet, play, understand.
Just with them,
as
like
in normal stuff, and it's not boss, and I will not just jump here and there and say, oh, see you. Even when people are introducing me as CEO, I don't really like it, because I feel that it's a bit. So those things, God is able to trust that, this my son, if I give you this, you don't, the money, as in having access to money, you can do a lot of things. The higher you go, the less supervision you get.
Yes.
So the supervision you need to supervise yourself, or to intentionally place yourself under supervision. With other people, other men. So
to them,
all those things, all those trainings. I know that I'm still a work in progress, but those trainings I've been able to work at, I'm not tied
exactly
to the post or to the position.
So being a CEO, is it a place of relief, or a place to also now begin to exert muscles and I want to do this, I want to achieve this for the company? At least I've been working for so long, I've trekked and all of that, and now I'm a CEO.
Most of the time that is like a pseudo, it's ephemeral, it's not lasting. At the beginning there's no how that sense of reward, you will be there, and you just feel that, wow, man, gotten this, thank you. I remember when I was promoted to branch manager in like 2017. Me and my guys, we went to celebrate, you understand?
Yes, that, celebrate your small wins.
Yeah, you get. And when I got into the story changed. So being CEO is, that feeling is there. There's no how, it comes with certain glory. Some doors can be opened, and a lot of stuff. Well, it's also a burden. It's a burden because it's a burden of decision, because your decision is pivotal. You can't be reckless, because one decision affects thousands of people.
You can't be blind and lead the blind.
One decision affects, so you are more cautious, you are more sensitive. It's a deep responsibility, and you want to ensure that every unit, every part is working
harmonized.
Yes, you are still being human. You are still able to, sometimes you just be sleeping, and you are not sleeping. You are thinking about the people, and any small thing that happen, on customers, they are calling you, partners.
To be sure everything is fine.
You see, every single level is a level for more work. So
for every good work,
there's more work. So when you just see guys at the top earning a lot, some we are easy to want to despise them and say, what's it doing? It's the people that do it. So a lot of us young people will also make that mistake. I feel that because we are the guy running things, or the guy, we feel that we can go and start our own stuff, but it's not always like that. The higher you go, I think the responsibility, because it's weightier when it comes to decision making, because my major job description is to make decisions that for the company to actually grow, for the company to achieve its target, for us to be able to continue to grow in terms of sales revenue and the rest. But the responsibility is tough, because you are dealing with people. You have to you are spiritual, you're spiritual leader. Ed is better.
Yes.
You are doing ed, spiritual. You must continuously improve yourself, because you want them.
You just got certified last year now, I think.
I did.
So it was in Lagos Business School.
No, that was in 2020. So that was like 2 years ago.
And then one outside Nigeria,
I just started the CIM training. I started my CIM training. I just finished my first level. That was sometimes last year.
It was last year.
So the team needs to grow. You have to be an example. So whether you like it or not. So after school, I'm going different programs. And my guys will say, what are you doing?
What are you looking for?
You get that. But continuously, it's a burden, because for like when I was doing a program, I didn't have a weekend for 2 years. One single weekend I didn't have for 2 years.
Wow.
And you know, I didn't have social life. I don't used to attend parties. Those are sacrifices. It comes with
No weekend for 2 years. 2 good years. No weekend. Wow.
It comes with the responsibility.
Wow.
It comes with the responsibility, and you can't say that on Sunday you're tired, you can't go to church. You have
go
to
to church. God now help you. Your church you have to be a fellowship leader.
So it comes with so much responsibility. So the position is, although there are glories that come with it, you know, you're able to have access to a lot of stuff, you get better pay and all those stuff, but it also has its own, you know, sometimes you have
challenges.
to put yourself into fasting. You have to, because something
must come first.
Yeah, something you have to cover. You have to, in a way, be a covering. So things do not penetrate into the organization. But does it have its glory? Yeah. You know, the cars, you know, the resources, you're able to travel abroad, you know, do a lot of stuff and the rest. No, we can't shy away from that. And just being CEO, there are some doors that you open. It's easy for you. You can easily close deal because the client they are talking to almost the final authority.
I'm CEO of Pertinence. Oh, you're the CEO.
Yeah, so you're able to facilitate conversations. But those other parts also come with them. So side by side.
Oh wow, thank you very much, sir. You know, like you are saying, your friend will say, what are you still looking for? I see you organize events here and there. There was a time you said you were sharing flyers at Computer Village for an event. I see you go to some universities, Covenant University, some university. What are you looking for? What else are you looking for?
So the vision of the organization, that's Pertinence, is one that really, really engulfed me, captured me so much. And you know, the vision is for enterprise development and people empowerment. So Pertinence, we want to get to a stage whereby anywhere in the world that they mentioned that where do people get empowered, Pertinence should be the first name that comes up. Where do business, where is that place that people can go to and you know they can be groomed entrepreneurial and be able to start businesses? Pertinence should be that place, because the end game of all these things is for people to achieve financial freedom. And financial freedom is not just about money in itself, it's also a mindset. And if we're able to achieve that financial freedom, we'll definitely have a better nation. Because a nation where people are filled with integrity, you know, you have resources that you can be able to do a lot of stuff, you can fend for yourself, fend for other persons, you know, the nation becomes better, the nation becomes wealthy. So the Pertinence vision engulfed me, and one of the major things I'm trying to do right now is to keep sharing that particular vision across. So as many I've benefited from the Pertinence vision greatly. You know, I've seen my friends, my family members, most of my family members are also part of the company. You know, I've benefited, I see my friends have benefited, my family. So I'm taking it out there. I want more people to also benefit. So when I have the opportunity, like I was organizing an event, you know, even I see you, I'm on the street, you know, sharing flyers for people to come, you know, it's just for more people. And I'm proud when people just go and say, never in my life, there's a retired woman that, you know, came for our last event, and she said that in her entire years of service, almost like 40 years of service, that she had never made a millionaire before. She had never had 1 millionaire before. You know, but she said that after she retired, coming to Pertinence, in the space of a year, she has made $1 million.
Wow.
And many people like that, they can be able to make better decisions. So that's one thing that really pushes me. I'm going out. So you can't. I started young, a lot of young guys. There's guys in our team that have not even gone to university. You know, closing deals 40 million. You know, as in, and they're really doing.
Actually, they want to go to school.
No, they have to. It's compulsory. As far as you're in this system, you will.
You have to go.
You will. So you know, it does. So the age does not determine. Religion, anything does not determine. It's just for you to be able to see something and, you know, run with it. So that's my drive. I want more people to be able to come into it, because for us to ensure that Nigeria is a better nation, even Africa at large, we need to provide prosperity for the people, and prosperity is financial resources and also a certain kind of thinking
mindset shift. So we're not waiting for the government, we're also taking the bull by the horn. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm excited about this interview, Mr. Jeff. So now I know that Pertinence Group does not only do real estate.
Yeah.
There are some other things that you do as well.
Yeah.
I think Petty Safe that metamorphosed into
Jetseed.
Jetseed, yes. I have an account with Jetseed. Omify.
Yeah.
I have an account with Omify. I think you need to make me an ambassador. Yeah, so Pertinence Properties, the market is already saturated. Real estate is saturated. What do you think are the things that you guys are doing that makes you unique, that make Pertinence unique from other real estate companies in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, saturated?
Yeah, the market is saturated and will continuously be saturated. You know, every single day, new companies will come up. Even we as a company, we help people start real estate businesses. Because we are not a real estate company.
They come for advisory.
Yeah, not just come for advisory. Some of them we even provide resources that they used to start, both property and also financial.
Wow.
So depending on how they are tied to us, and I can count nothing less than 10 companies in the last 2 years that we have helped to begin.
To start their business.
Yes, and go and launch their office. Do stuff like that because we are not a real estate company.
So, like some other people looking at, I don't know how to start, I want to come into the real estate business. How would they come to you and be able to make this?
Definitely, a lot of guys come in. They start from our partnership level, and they come for trainings. They learn. Some of them even find partners here, business partners, and they go and start. I have a lot of guys here that 2 persons came to the system and they went to start, and we are happy to go. Speak to them. This year I've gone to some of the companies, I've spoken to their partners, and it's not a norm for you to encode because in a way they are competition. In a way. But we are not, you are a competition if you are playing in the same space. As much as we are doing real estate is not our business. We are not a real estate company.
Your brand is different.
Yes, Pertinence is an enterprise development and people empowerment company. The properties is the first way that we know how to achieve that vision of people empowerment and enterprise development. They started moving into Jetseed, Omify, Petty Safe, Real Vest, and like that. Because one of the major things is to develop enterprises. Because if I develop an enterprise, I empower one more person to be able to lead that business. It's going to empower more people by employing people, and those people are going to be empowered to be able to empower their family members too. So it's a chain. It's a chain of empowerment. It's a chain of empowerment. So we are very, very happy to do that. And this is just the beginning. More brands are still coming up. More brands are coming up.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So if you want to start your real estate business, come and meet Mr. Jeff. Let him help you. Now Pertinence is like how many years now?
Okay, this year will be 10.
Will be 10. And you've been working with the Pertinence for how long, sir?
I think almost going to 6 going to 7.
6 going to 7. Like it's like you've been with the company from like the scratch.
Yeah, not from the scratch, because if I was in the scratch, maybe I would have run away.
Oh my god. Yeah, beautiful. Your final words to Realtors growing. I've been struggling, I've not been doing well, sales is not coming. This is a man that God has helped. He went from being a volunteer to becoming a CEO. I think I have hope. What are your words for them?
Okay, so my word will be the distance between where you are, or the difference between where you are and where you want to be is time. So whether you are intentional about that time or not, that time will pass. So you're a realtor, you're a young guy, you're looking up to stuff, because me also, even at this stage, I'm still looking up to a lot of stuff. That time will pass. So what is remaining is, what are you going to do within that time? Because why the time is necessary is that the time is a building process for you to become what you want. So we are trying to become what we want to enter into. So when David was in the wilderness at first, and all those experiences he was being trained to become a warrior, somebody that can
lead the pack,
go and fight Goliath.
People.
He went to the cave of Adullam. He was in the wilderness for almost 13 years.
Yes.
Also, before he became king. So the time is a process of becoming. Because you have to become that thing that you want to come into. So you want to become a leader, you have in that period of time you have to become it. So you are not a leader because you are sitting down on the chair of the CEO. No, that is just like a certificate. It's just like a certificate given that you have completed that course.
Exactly.
You want to become a successful realtor. There's the time. So in that time, what are you doing? You are learning, you are trying, you are putting effort, you are spending a lot of money on marketing, personally, and all those stuff. Because when you begin to make those big sales, you not just make those big sales because everybody's happy with you. Those big sales are certificate that
rewards,
yes,
that you have done well.
So through that process, through that time, you have to invest all those stuff. Invest yourself in the process. Invest yourself. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would have done it.
Exactly.
So your story is different. The reason why you can look at Instagram and see that your friend that was on serious in university is doing well, he's in the bank, he's doing something. Your story is different. You want to be able to build an organization that somebody like that will come and work in.
Exactly.
So your story is different.
It's different.
So what you need to do is to invest yourself in that time. Invest yourself in that process.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Size. It has been a wonderful moment with you. Time is of essence, and time helps you to become. Time is the process of making, right? It's the process of becoming. So what you do with your time now will determine what you become. It will determine the certificate you get.
Yes.
Either certificate of well done, or certificate of being in the same place that you used to be.
Certificate of repeat.
Because you have to pass.
You have to pass.
In as much as you are still in life, you need to get it right.
Yeah.
You need to get it right. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Mr. Jeffrey, my Oga. It has been a wonderful moment with you. Thank you so much. And I want to thank my guy also at the back end of this production, Babatunde Alano. Thank you so much. We'll be bringing you beautiful content. And I hope that you learn even as we pivot this journey. Thank you very much. I remain Adekunle Adewunmi. Thank you.